Hey guys, what's up? We are live. Thank you so much for all the likes and that you guys have already done. Welcome to Vixen After Dark, you guys. Hold on, I'm looking at my chart really quick. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please smash the subscribe button and click the button next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. What's the deal? Your girl in the building. Let me pull up the comments here. That way I see everything. Okay. So we are officially here. All right. So what's up, guys? We have a lot going on today and that I want to talk to you about. So thank you so much for tuning in, tapping in, and turning on. So what we're going to be discussing today is Venus has just moved to Virgo. Yes, the planet of love and money is in the sign of Virgo, honey, baby. And it's also, we got Mercury going retrograde at the same time right now in the sign of Virgo. We do right now also have the moon in Virgo. So we will be discussing all of those things. Plus, we will also do a collective spread. And depending on how froggy I'm feeling, we will go into individual signs. So let's pull up the charts. All right, guys. So let's see here. Let me pull it all up. Okay. Okay. So here we are. So we have the sun right now. We're in Leo season. If you haven't already recognized, the sun is 15 degrees in Leo. We do have the moon 14 degrees in Virgo. Okay. Let's kind of talk about that. What kind of vibes to really embrace right now while the moon is in Virgo? Okay. So it's really time to just organize your space. When you're in a Virgo moon, the moon is all about how you react and respond, right? So it's all about tidying things up, making things clean, tying up loose ends. This is really the perfect time to declutter your space right now, feng shui some shit, and your mind. Not just like materialistic items. It's more about your mind, you guys, okay? Because you'll feel more at peace when everything is in its place, okay? Now, Virgo energy, they're very ambitious. They like to get things done. So this is a time to really be productive during this time. You might feel a burst of energy, okay? You might be like, oh my God, I can actually do this. Oh my God, I can really get this task done right now, because that's that Virgo energy pushing through to get you through that to-do list, okay? So it's a great time to really focus on, what do I got to do? Where do I got to go? Where do I got to be? What do I need to do for myself, right? As well, okay? So paying attention to detail is going to be very prominent on the scale. If you've been like in the mirror looking at your face, like, oh my God, I got a pimple, or oh my God, what's that? Or looking at everybody else like, ooh, they got bad breath. Like, that's Virgo energy, okay? So it's really, I would say use that energy and put it into something to where you're going to pay attention to detail during this time, okay? Like budgeting or planning, like something that's going to correlate with your life versus like some gossip energy, okay? We don't want that, okay? This is also a time for a health check-in, okay? We all know Virgo rules that house, so it's all about cooking at home, health and wellness, you guys, as much as you possibly can. Really consider checking in on your diet. What type of fitness routine that you're into during this time is going to be very prominent, okay? Maybe try out some, like a new healthy recipe. Start a new workout, okay? This is really the time to do that. Like, seriously, we got a lot of Virgo energy playing out, so I hope that you guys are into that. Also, with this energy as well, you might feel more inclined to lend a helping hand, okay? Virgo is a teacher. I always say, any Virgo in your life, look at where they're at or where they have a Virgo placement. So, for example, for me, everyone sees me as a teacher because Virgo in the 9th house. So it's like, okay. So that makes sense, right? So you may even feel inclined to help others that are in need during this time, offering your help, offering your support, being more like, you know what, more lackadaisical, like you used to get mad about certain things or that would irritate you, whatever, but you're not irritated. You're just trying to get the job done and get out and exit. Okay. So it might feel a little bit more rewarding during this time. Okay. Let's talk about what to watch out for while the moon is in Virgo during this time as well. So, like I said, Virgos are very meticulous, so you can have a perfectionism overload during this time, okay? You know, this downside, it might get you caught up into making, I don't know, everything perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Okay? You're not going to look perfect. Your outfit might not look that great. Your hair, whatever, you might have a bad hair day, whatever it is, or whatever you're working on, it's not going to be perfect. Okay? So just make sure that you know that it may not be flawless, but you know, it's good enough. It's even often good enough, but you're just probably nitpicking at little things that really don't matter at this time because of the Virgo energy that's playing out. So that may be a theme for you. Okay. So some vibes to check out for you guys. Just be mindful of being overly critical, beating yourself up, you know, both of yourself and others. Okay. Also, too, during this time with this degree, I would say try to focus on constructive feedback. If you receive any feedback, okay, just take it as something constructive. No matter the tonality that they're providing for you during this time, I would just take it as constructive because people are just nitpicky at work, co-workers, family members, lovers, friends, whatever it is. They're noticing something about it that they never said anything about before. You're like, why didn't you ever tell me before? Oh, now you want to tell me? Yeah, Virgo energy. Okay. Also, to be mindful. Okay, be very mindful of overthinking. It's good to focus on the details with, you know, projects and, you know, things people say when you have to listen, but just pick and choose your battles during this time, okay? There's a risk of just over analyzing or going outside of the box and just overthinking things. It low-key looks like OCD. You got OCD. Okay. So, you know, if you find yourself stuck in analysis paralysis, get yourself out of that. Take a step back and breathe. Okay, breathe a little bit. Okay, when you're going through that, it's very important. And this is time to really do not stress about the small stuff. You can't stress about the small stuff, you guys. Don't sweat the small stuff. Like I said, pick and choose your battles. If you feel stressed, take a moment to relax. Do something very calming, you guys. Also, to just do a walk outside, a quick meditation, a quick drive. Whatever it is that helps you ease your mind is going to be very, 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 very helpful during this time. Okay. So let's talk about Venus being in Virgo. Okay. Venus will be in Virgo right now. Okay, it's at 2 degrees. We do also have Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Virgo. If you guys didn't already watch my video with Mercury retrograde in Virgo, please watch that. I also did that. But right now it's at 3 degrees. It's at a low degree. Okay, so what you want to do is just really, love might just get really a practical twist during this time as well. Okay, so while Venus is in Virgo, it's really time to just really get it down to earth. Virgo is an earth energy, so bring it all down to earth when it comes to relationships. Venus is the planet of love and money. So with relationships, just bring it back down to earth. Go back to what you know what worked, okay? Go back to what you know what is simple. It's all about showing love through everything that you do during this time, okay? Also, too, just doing like the littlest things can be the grandest gestures. You can be like, oh, I just thought about, you know, what you needed for right now. Or, oh, leave a love note. Or, oh, you want coffee? So I made you coffee. You know, it can be like the littlest things can be the grandest, like, gestures ever. Like cooking favorite meals or just remembering anything of the sort, okay? Also to just lending a hand if you're out working or you have business partners, or if you're in the, you know, community grocery store. It's like, no, you let, you know, you go ahead. You only got one thing, I've got like 100 items. You know, things like that will start to happen to you, or you may be the person that you lend that hand to. So that's going to be very important as well. Also, since we have all this Virgo energy, this is definitely a time to revisit. This is a definitely time to revise, you guys. So while Mercury's retrograde, it's really going backwards, right? So it's a time to slow down, right? If you've been like on the go, up and go, you might want to revisit some projects. Maybe there's something that you haven't done yet, okay? Or some ideas that you may have had that you haven't acted on. So it's definitely going to be a prominent time for you guys to definitely improve on that. It's a great opportunity to really refine what you've already started, make improvements while you can, kind of restructure, make some adjustments, because Virgo is all about the details, okay? Also, to self-improvement is always important, right? We always have to be improving on ourselves, healing ourselves, working on ourselves, because when you feel good and you look good, you do good, right? Okay, so with both planets in Virgo right now, and then the moon is here, there's a strong energy around self-improvement, you guys, okay? This is a stellium that's playing out. It's going to be playing out for a couple days now, so it's a good time to really work on personal growth, okay? Whether that's learning something new or refining a new skill, okay? What to watch out for, okay? What to watch out for. This is definitely the number one, like, what I need to look out for, what I need to do, right? So you got to remember, Virgo is also the nighttime of Mercury, so communication mix-ups. Okay, you might text somebody and say something, and here goes Mercury retrograde. That can really mess up communication because you texted it versus voice clipped or FaceTime or called them. They didn't hear your tonality. So things of that nature can really occur during this time with communication, especially in Virgo when it comes to clarity, okay, and minor flaws. So try to really focus on the bigger picture and appreciate the good words that you do hear from somebody, and be like, you know what, did you say this? This is what I heard. Did you mean that? Like, really be very clear, black and white. It's going to be very evident during this time as well, okay? Now, when it comes to relationships, you could be overthinking everything. You know, when Venus is in Virgo, it might have you analyzing everything and what's going on in your relationships. Oh my God, way more than usual. You might, you know, someone tells you, oh, I'm going to be home in 30 minutes. You call them like within 15 minutes. Where are you at? I was just checking on you to see if you're good. You know what I mean? It's like you just have this over analyzing energy that's going on. It's playing out. So don't get mad if your partner is like just checking on you, making sure you're good, making sure they get that last word in. I love you. I miss you. I just want to make sure you make it safe, blah, blah, blah. Just accept it and go forward. Don't take it as anything negative, as if they're checking on you or they don't trust you or whatever. It's just Virgo energy playing out, okay? So just make sure you do that. It's easy to really get caught up in those minor things. So try to focus on, you know, what all the imperfections are, what makes things beautiful, okay? Also too, with Mercury in retrograde, with the moon, how we react and respond, okay, is also going to have some hiccups. There's going to be some hiccups. There's going to be travel hiccups. If you're out traveling, make sure you check your passports, expiration dates, if you're signing contracts, if you're starting a new job, if you're starting something new, if you're signing loans, whatever it is. Cross all your T's and dot all your I's, okay? While Mercury's retrograding, have another set of eyes too. Like, okay, did I write that right? Did I say that right? Did I do that right? Okay, because Mercury retrograde often brings technical glitches. Your internet might be out, okay? You might not have, you know, a way to watch TV right now. So it's Mercury retrograde. This is what happens. This is the name of the game. We already know this. This is the most popular planetary aspect that occurs every single year. So we already kind of know low-key what to expect due to society putting it out there already on the internet. But I always have to make sure you guys know to plan ahead. Like, get some candles, get some batteries, get some lighters going. Like, you might have power outages and things of that sort. Back up what you're doing and just be very flexible if things don't go as planned. Okay, always have some way out or be solution based versus complaining, because complaining is not going to get you anywhere. Be solution based, that way you know how to move forward. Okay, let's kind of go into how to balance really this energy right now during this time. Okay, with this Virgo stellium playing out. Now this is a lot of earth energy, so it's really asking you to like kind of slow down, get grounded, okay, and get into some new routines and be very practical with the moves that you're making during this time. This is very important, okay, with any tasks that you have. I don't care how minor it is. This can really help you stay centered, stay balanced during this time as well. Admit any kind of chaos that could be around you in your environment, okay? You have to really embrace being flexible. August is really, you guys, a month with all these aspects that are playing out. We got a lot of squares, which means boxing is what I call it, that are playing out. So you really have to be flexible, okay? And that's okay. You have to adapt and learn how to go with the current that's currently playing out. So grab your surfboards, people. It's going to be definitely a ride. Knowing these shifts of opportunities, what I like to call it, for growth can occur. So if you feel as if some major shift or major change is going down, it's probably time for you to hop on the surfboard and just take it. Just go with the wave that's happening at this current moment and see how it plays out. Okay, that's really the energy that we're in. But reminder, prioritize your self-care. Okay, self-care is neat. It's like number one. Take time for yourself. What do you need to do? Whether it's taking a drive home instead of calling your honey, take a drive home. Listen to the music, okay? Whether this is meditating in the morning, or whether this is you just getting ready and, you know, hooking up your lunch and not talking to anybody and saying anything. Try not to look at your phone for the first 2 hours after you wake up. You know, it's really a time for that. A little self-care goes a long way during retrograde. And don't forget, there's 4 other planets that are retrograde during this time. So it's going to be very evident for you to figure that out, okay? Let's talk about rising signs, okay? If you guys don't know what your rising sign is, you can go to my website, vixenafterdark.com. It's in the description box down below. After this live video, you will see it. You can get a free, you know, reading as far as your chart and what your rising sign is, okay? So I will let you know your Virgo house that's being rocked right now. So we're going to tap into it. So let's go ahead and go into Aries Rising, okay? So Aries Rising, your house is going to be affected is the house of the 6th house. This is all about work and health. So I would say for you, Mercury rules this, and we have a lot of Virgo energy. So Venus in Virgo is definitely going to bring a little bit more focus to your daily routines and your health. So use Mercury's detail-oriented type of an energy to really improve work habits and your wellness routine. So let's say you just started a yoga class, but you really don't like the yoga instructor, bring a friend and then make it fun for yourself. And then like really focus on, you know, that still keeps you going, right? So things like that. Okay, with Mercury retrograde, I would just double click your work. Any health plans or anything health wise would be very substantial for you. Make any type of adjustments as needed, okay? And also to be very organized, but also you have to have patience during this time with any work related changes. There could be some misunderstandings that could occur, so please watch out for that. Taurus Rising. So if you're a Taurus Rising, this is going to affect your 5th house of creativity and fun. So now we know we're in Leo season, meaning the sun is in Leo, so this is a good thing. So your house is actually ruled by Leo. So you have a spotlight truly shining when this Virgo energy is coming in. That's going to be hanging out. So Venus in Virgo is going to highlight your creative side, your activities and things of that nature. You know, the sun energy is going to shine a light to all the projects that you're working on currently during this time, how to refine them, how to retune them, okay? And then you add on top of that the Mercury retrograde is going to allow you to revisit some old hobbies or some old things or some old projects that you left dormant. They're going to come back to the light. Like, maybe I should do this again. Oh, maybe I can monetize that. Or maybe I can do this. You know what? This makes me feel good right now. So use this time to really resolve, you know, anything with care. Have some empathy as well, okay? Reassess any home projects and any family dynamics that you have during this time, okay? Cancer Rising. So Cancer Rising, okay? So Cancer Rising, let's check this out. Oh, so this is going to be in your house of communication, okay? So we all know the 3rd house is ruled by Virgo. So this is a lot of Virgo energy playing out. So if you really think about it, you know, Venus in Virgo is going to affect how you speak, how you talk, the community that's around you, you know, your thoughts, your ideas, things of that nature. It's really going to hit you pretty hard. I always say a lot of mutable signs is going to really hit. So use that Mercury energy to boost your analytical skills during this time, okay, to really improve how you express yourself. Also during Mercury retrograde, be very extra clear, like black and white with how you speak to people. Don't be like, oh, what do you want to do? When you already know what you want to do, you already have an idea, say, hey, if you don't know what you want to do, I have an idea. Let's go here and X, Y, and Z. How do you feel about that? Really be super clear about your communication. You know, that way you can clear up any misunderstandings and things of that nature. And really set your intentions. Okay? So let's see here. What are we on? So Leo Rising. So Leo Rising, your 2nd house is going to be affected, okay? Values and finances. This is a Venus house, okay? Venus is going to be in Virgo, right? So if you really think about it, Venus is kind of at home here. So it's going to really highlight your money, your personal finances. Where are you putting things out? Where are you buying? What are you doing? So use that Venus energy to really refine your budget right now. What are you putting your money into? Your spending habits, okay? Mercury retrograde is also going to take you into a place to revisit. Ooh, where did I put all my money at? Oh, it's all on food. Ooh, it's all in the places I went out. I have nothing to show for it. Oh my gosh. So you're really going to look at that, and that's going to cause you to adjust your finances because you're retrograding and slowing down and being able to see what you did, right? So just be very practical and thoughtful with your money if it's in your 2nd house, okay? And really reassess what you value most. Like, would you rather save your money to go on a trip next year and use that money to buy a house or an apartment? I think you should think about that. Those are some things that will probably go through your mind, okay? Virgo Rising, clearly this is going to be in your 1st house of self. So, you know, in your identity. So this is a Mars house. So it's all about really taking action on you during this time. I would say with Venus and Virgo, just focus on your self-image, just growing, like personally, like who you are, what you want to do. Use that Mars dynamic energy to really take a, how should I say, more proactive steps. Take the initiative towards improving yourself. If somebody's always been telling you the same thing, well, clearly your ass needs to change. Okay, that's a sign here. So use that Mars energy to be a little bit more assertive, because this is a Mars house, right? You want to use the house lord to really alchemize the energy. And, you know, it's going to help you be able to tackle everything that you need to. But remember, Mercury is retrograding at the same time, so it's going to backpedal you just a little bit. But I would say use Mars to really fuel you. Like, use Mars to really fuel you, your motivation, and what you want to do, like on a worldly stance here. Embrace lots of change. Use that fire energy as confidence to really just take this time to set some new personal goals for yourself, just so that you can grow. Like, there's no right or wrong here, just grow, okay? Moving on, we do have Libra Rising. Okay, Libra Rising. So this is really going to hit your 12th house. Okay, this house is ruled by Jupiter. So how do we alchemize that? Use Jupiter energy. So what you want to do, I would say, the Venus and Virgo energy will definitely influence your inner world, like how you truly feel, like to bring in solitude within yourself, okay? But use that Jupiter energy to really expand, okay, and explore and understand your subconscious, because that's the 12th house. So you might want to tap into some books that can do that, some podcasts, whatever you need to do, whatever patterns you already kind of have in your mind. And then use that Mercury retrograde energy that's in Virgo to really clear out any mental baggage that you may have, okay? So let's go on. We have Scorpio Rising. So Scorpio Rising, your 11th house is going to be affected. This is a house of friendships and goals and dreams and aspirations and things of that nature. So I would say, since this house is, Aquarius house is ruled by Saturn, people like to call it Uranus, but I would say it's ruled by Saturn. Just make sure that uses Venus and Virgo energy. It's going to impact your social networks. It really is. It's going to impact it in whatever future aspirations that you may have. So use the Saturn discipline type of an energy to reassess your goals and your connections. Like, is this a good connection for me? Are we thriving? Do they motivate me? Are they uplifting? Do they have a listening ear? So you're going to be really looking at your relationships during this time and seeing, is it really working for you? Like, are you the initiator? Are you not? You know, what are we really talking about? Like, why are we even friends? Like, why are we even business partners? Like, really, what's happening here? Because while Mercury's going retrograde, it's going to enable you to really look at your past connections that you've had for a while and really assess, is this good for my life right now during this time? Like, is this really necessary? Like, do I have to really respond to you? Do I have to really hang out with you? Do I have to be with you? Like, what's really going on as a Scorpio rising? So you're really going to see these things. Is it matching with my goals right now? So just be very patient and be very practical when you're making these adjustments to maybe just removing yourself from people's lives or not talking to them, or just letting it go without any explanation. You don't owe anybody shit. So just remember that. Okay. Sag Rising. So Sag Rising. Let's see. So the house that's going to be affected for you is going to be your 10th house of career and public image. This is a Capricorn house, aka Saturn house. So I would say with Venus and Virgo really high. Oh, are we not live anymore? Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Okay, we are live, but we have no video. How is this possible? Okay, wait 1 second. Let's kind of drop this down. Oh, my video's ruined. guys. Let's see if we get some movement. I really need to know if you guys can hear me or not. Because sometimes I get a phone call, you can't hear me. Oh my god. Hold on, wait. Okay, there we go. Okay. What were we on? Oh, Sag Rising. So Sag Rising. So, you know, this is going to be in your 10th house of career, public image, things of that nature. So with the 10th house, this is a Saturn house, all about discipline, things of that nature. So while this energy is playing out, I would say with the Venus and Virgo highlighting your public career and image, you know, Saturn's influence can really help you in this area with disciplining yourself to get things done. Add a little bit of structure in your... Oh, is it resuming? Oh, is it resuming? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys, I got a phone call. Let's see. Okay, so where was I at? Use Saturn's influence to really, you know, help you approach that area to where you can really get disciplined with like a schedule and things like that nature. Put things in your calendar. Find some type of structure, because Sagittarius energy, they like to be really free if you're a Sag rising. So use Saturn's practical energy to really reassess and refine any, you know, I would say professional goals, any public personal goals that you may have during this time. And then add in that Mercury retrograde energy that we have playing out right now. Saturn's going to encourage you to be very methodical, to really review anything that's happening, any past projects or any career insights that somebody may has given you during this time. Okay. Also to just be very patient. You have to be patient during this time. Be very vigilant in making any adjustments that you may have, and really focus on some long-term stability and growth for yourself. Okay. Capricorn Rising. Let's do Cap Rising, you guys. So with Cap Rising, this is actually going to be in your 9th house. Ooh, this is a deep house. This is like very, like all about travel. It's philosophical, extreme learning, like outside of the box, higher learning is what I like to call it. So this is a Jupiter house. Okay, so you're going to really expand your mind. So think of with this Venus and Virgo affecting your 9th house of travel, and higher learning, Jupiter's going to expand that. So you might be reading more books or looking at more documentaries. You might want to watch more movies that to where you can actually learn from, versus being super entertaining or romantical or comedy, things of that nature. It's going to help you approach different areas to be a little bit more optimistic during this time as well. Okay. And reach a very broad perspective. Okay. With Jupiter, I would say it would help you just to really refine your morals, values, and beliefs during this time. Okay, it's going to encourage you to really revisit with the retrograde energy any past travels or anything that you experienced or studied. You're going to probably go back to it and see how you can dive a little bit deeper, especially if you are in business. Okay, it's really going to help you with that. It's going to give you it's like looking at things like a baby with fresh eyes. I would just call it that. Okay. So really focus on expanding, and understanding and making like some real practical moves, because you're really going to be looking like you're going to have like a major outlook on life during this time. So really focus on aligning with your long-term goals. Okay. When it's in the 9th house. All right. Aquarius Rising. So Aquarius Rising, your 8th house is going to be affected during this time. So this is all about self-transformation. This is all about any resources that you may share with anybody. This is, you know, they say it's ruled by Pluto in a modern aspect. Traditionally, it's ruled by Mars. So let's kind of mix that in. So if you have Venus and Virgo, I would say to alchemize this energy, especially when it comes to shared resources and deep transformation, use Pluto energy to really transform, okay? And then use that Mars energy to be a little bit more assertive with transforming during this time. Like, take that on. Be like, you know what? I'm going to get a new financial partner, or I'm going to like build a strong emotional bond this time, and I'm going to just do it. Like, it's really that go-getter kind of an energy that you can use. And then you have Mercury retrograde on top of that, which is really going to invite you to reassess and really kind of address any lingering issues that you may have with, you know, business partnerships, you know, any type of ship that you're sailing right now, just to find a way to be practical, because Virgos, their earth energy, like to be practical, but they like to get shit done too. Okay. Pisces Rising. So Pisces Rising, this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. Okay. So, any type of partnerships too. You don't have to be in a relationship. Any partnerships that you have. Okay. Make that clear, because this house is ruled by Venus. Okay. So you kind of have, it's like a double-edged sword here. So I would say with this Venus and Virgo impacting your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, really use that Venus energy to really influence you, to bring a lot of harmony, refine, you know, close out some loose ends, really see the black and white of something with all of your interactions during this time. It's going to be very prominent. So Venus is going to really encourage you during this time to improve on communication, understanding within partnerships as well. So during Mercury retrograde, though, use that energy to make sure that this is a time to just really revolve, okay? Or I should say resolve any misunderstandings. Like I said, it's better to voice clip or send a message or talk in person. Voice is a text message, because somebody can hear your tonality, or they can just see your body language and things of that nature. So it's going to be very prominent for you. So it's the time to really resolve that with that Mercury in retrograde energy. If there's somebody that you always thought you never liked at work, it's kind of like, let me address this shit. Like, let me get it over with kind of an energy, but you have to have patience too, because it's retrograding, so it's very slow. So pay attention to the details of what is being shown to you, okay? Also at this time, you guys, I know it's the 6th. The next big thing that's coming up, I should talk about tomorrow, because we have the Sun sextiling Jupiter. We also have Mercury conjuncting Venus, which is a little bit of help. And then Mars, oh God, Mars is going to conjunct Jupiter. We just have a lot of squares that's playing out. We're going to talk about that in this video, so make sure you are tuned in, time to turn on, and you are subscribing. So let's go ahead and go into the collective energy, you guys. I want to get some cards out for you to see what is a grand message during this time while Venus is in Virgo. Also, do check for the individual signs where I talk about love, money, and career. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. What is the collective message for Venus and Virgo for all signs? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Venus and Virgo for the collective. Okay, you know I read everything in order. Everything in order. So this is the collective message, you guys. Okay? We're going to tune it in. So we do have, you guys, 9 of Cups in reverse. We do have 3 of Wands. We also have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups. Four of Swords in reverse. We do have the Lovers. We do have Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands. Okay? So I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. I feel as if a lot of you during this time with all this heavy energy through August, we do have a lot of alignments that are happening straight out the gate in August, you guys. So with this Nine of Cups energy, you could have had an emotional moment to where it's very overwhelming. You feel as if, oh my God, I feel like I'm here, but then I'm not here. I want to be there, but then I'm like, should I be here? What should I be doing right now? So I feel as if a lot of you guys are really like, you know what? I put my back against the wall. I maybe haven't given all of my tea to somebody, or I haven't put all of my eggs in somebody, but some of you guys may have felt like that. And you're really making sure that you are either with someone that is giving you that completion of 10 of Cups, right? You really are making sure that whatever endeavor that you're tapping into emotionally, as far as your aspects of whatever your desires and your passions are during this time, if you're starting a business, okay, whether this is tapping into, maybe I should revisit a family member issue that I was dealing with, like, oh my God, you're just really looking at yourself as, is this the right thing? Because you have a vision, and you're also taking action with this Three of Wands. So it's kind of like you kind of foresee what your vision that Gaia, God, divine, and gave to you. So now it's like, like, how do I move that way? How do I get there? How do I go there with the Three of Wands? So you're slowly taking action towards that way. Now you feel as if here, sometimes you may feel left out in the cold. Like, am I doing the right thing? Is this person really supporting me? Should I be going this way? So that's a theme as well. So some of you guys, you know, I feel as if you're a little bit more happy than sad. You're like, okay, now my glass is half full. How do we figure out how to bridge, you know, how do we mend this bridge to come together so that we can walk across it together? And using that energy to do so, it may be very dark, it may be very tiring, you may be just exhausted, you may feel like sometimes you just want to give up because you're like, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, or is this really going to work? There's no reassurance here. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Woe is me. But you have to really trust the process, okay? Because we do have the Lovers card, like I said, here coming up. So it's like, it will happen. You just have to release and let go and wave the white flag. It's pretty much what it's saying here, because you will be swimming across waters where you feel like you're just holding your head above water. You will be feeling like, oh my God, there's a change coming. What do I do? There's going to be so many tremendous changes that are going to be occurring within your life right now. So it's very important that you show a little bit of love with the Knight of Cups. Give a little bit of romance. Say this to this person, hey, how you doing? You know, as you're walking by. Or, oh, your dress is very cute. You know, give some love, give some compliments. Be as empathetic and show as much love as you can, because in turn, when you do that, the Dharma is going to come in for you, and you will reach a day where it's like, you know what? Boom. Okay, King of Swords. I can say whatever I want to say, and I just manifest my shit, and everything just materializes and everything just happens for me. You have to believe that. You're going to seek clarity when you do that. So the more energy of love that you dish out, despite if you're unsure about something in your personal life or your work life or your relationships or your family or whatever's panning out in the world right now, you're contemplating, whatever it is you're contemplating during this time, you have to just make sure however you want to be treated is how you're dishing out that energy so that you can receive it back. It's going to be very prominent, going to be very important. So don't hold back on who you are. Be you to the fullest that you can be to make sure that you're receiving that, because then also you will be in a more positive mindset versus a pessimistic, negative mindset. Okay? Because you have King of Swords. King of Swords, like, oh, my way or the highway. It's air energy. Okay? So You have to make sure that you stand on business. You stand on 10 toes. Put your crown back on. You got this. Okay? So you definitely got this. You just have to be clear, concise, black and white. Don't beat around the bush. And you'll receive everything that you need to. Okay? Let's get some clarifying cards here, you guys, before we close out. Okay? We're using a new deck. Well, I've used it before, but it's just new to you guys. What is the clarifying underlying message for the collective during Venus and Virgo? Oh my God. What is the clarifying underlying message for... Ooh. Oh, these cards like to talk. Let me tell you. I feel like there's way more, but let's just get like a moment. Hold on, I need a moment. This is so many. This is a lot. Yes. So if you continue to walk in your truth, walk in your space, you will receive, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, okay, you guys? So you will receive abundance in all areas, in all aspects, okay? You will gain your power back, okay? But in order to do so, you have to, right now is the time to really pay attention to where you're placing your money, time, space, and energy as well, okay? Also, too, it's like you're going to be wanting to fight. Sometimes you'll be willing to just pull back and give up, and you can't do that. Be willing to fight. There's some healthy competition out there, but some may not look healthy, but, you know, it may be. And then you'll get your 10 of Pentacles, which is you will have your foundation, your grounding, your footing, your crown back on. You will be happy, taking care of your family, your loved ones, yourself, okay? Be very grounded, okay? And you will see the light at the end of the tunnel with the sun, because we do have the sun in Leo right now, so it's really going to shine a light on that, okay? Let's see. Now, some of you guys, you know, it might be an ugly fight. It's not going to be pretty. You might be going through some things. 7 of Wands in reverse. You might be going through some things. You might not look as good as you thought. You might be really, like, really hitting the trenches. You might walk away from a person, place, or thing during this time. You might see yourself as like, oh my God. Like, what was I fighting for? Why did I put time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears into something and I didn't get nothing back from it here? With the 10 of Wands. And so it's going to cause you to do a little bit of healing, okay? It's going to cause you to be like, can I have a new beginning? Will I have a breakthrough? Is this ever going to happen? You're going to be really in your head with the Ace of Swords in reverse, but it's like your soul is craving so bad for a new beginning. Whether it's in your career, finances, love, relationships, money, your soul is craving that. You have to recognize not all cups are good cups. You might have a snake in the building, okay? You might have a snitch in the building. You might have an opportunity that's really good for you, okay? So it's up to you to utilize discernment. I would say with this spread, discernment is going to be the key, okay? Because Mercury's retrograding. Discernment. You guys are going to dead old patterns, behaviors, the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you move. I'm coughing as the death card comes out. It's like you're going to be finding clarity. You're going to be seeking clarity. That's why you have the Father of Cups at the end. Okay? Your heart will be open. You will be open to new ideas. Now your heart is refined. You're going to feel refreshed. But you have to go through this in order to get to the next level, to upgrade. Okay? So that is your message, you guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turn on. Make sure you have post notifications by clicking the bell after you subscribe. Comment down below and let me know if this video resonated, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.